Now I can hear. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you now. Yes.
Okay, very
right.
good. Well, I'm doing great.
Good.
Doing great.
Magnificent.
I want to go ahead and welcome everyone. I want to thank you for joining us in the spirit of perfect harmony. We are the Center for Spiritual Living, West Georgia. We study and practice the philosophy and science of the mind we know as God. And with our spiritual presence and our participation in our service here this morning, we create a higher state of consciousness, rise above any negative energy we may have experienced this past week, and manifest love. We know love is synonymous to God. Our master teacher is back today, Reverend Dr. Sandra Jackson, and she will now proceed with our service. Reverend?
Right. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. It's so good to see you. Let's take a deep breath and join together in consciousness today. This is how we always begin our service, by recognizing, realizing, and knowing that right here, right now, right where we are, God is. That the fullness, the completeness, the totality of all is where we are. And we just allow everything to slip away from our minds right here and right now. Just to take a deep breath and just be here now, be present in this moment. Just allow yourself to close your eyes and just sink into this moment. And as we do, we relax, we release, and we let go. For we know that truly we are safe. For we are fully and completely enveloped in a spirit, in a life, in a universe, in a God that is fully and completely holding us and caring for us. And so it is in this spirit that we begin our service today, uniting us one and all in the spirit and the life that is God itself. We come together in many places, in many time zones around the world. And we are connected because we are connected in spirit. We are connected in life. We are connected in our realization that we are a part of a community wherein we, each and every one of us, belong and are completely always being held in its embrace. And so we rejoice this day as we come together to celebrate, to acknowledge, and to realize the truth of who we are, to remember that all is well, and that right where we are, God is. And so it is. Amen. Okay, and let's see, who's doing Deborah?
The reading?
No, Dorothea.
Okay. There we go.
Yes.
Good morning, everyone. Our vision and mission statement. CSL West Georgia is a joyful global community where everyone belongs. Through our unique spiritual teachings, we provide a safe environment to experience compassionate living. Our declaration of principles. I believe in the unity of all life, and that the highest God and the innermost God is one God. There is one life of which I am a part, one intelligence which I use, one substance which takes form as my life. And so it is.
All right, thank you, Dorothea. And this morning, our music is with Kristen. And so it's so good to see you again, Kristen. It's been a while. Love that background.
Yeah, so good to see you too. So good to see all your smiling faces on my screen.
Yes, and I can tell, we feel like we have ambiance along with the music today. So thank you. Everybody, put your view on speaker view, and you will be able to see Kristen in all of her glory. Good morning. All right, take it away.
Thank you, guys. So I wrote this song, and it's called Homecoming. And since it's kind of homecoming season, maybe a little bit past homecoming season, but but this song is just about, you know, when you're going through life and those challenging times come up, they often lead us to our most fateful times of our lives. So this is about coming home to God, coming home to our faith. When you are burdened, bend it on your knees. When you are hurting, begging for the please. You said you wouldn't bend me past my breaking point, but I'm a million little pieces lying broken on the ground. I'm coming home. I'm coming home to a place that's familiar, someplace I am safe, refuge from this wilderness. You alone are my escape. I'm coming home. I'm coming home. Your word is a lamp for my feet. You are the light. Show me the way, oh Lord. I'm coming home. I'm coming home. I'm coming home. I'm coming home. Coming home to your love. Coming home to your peace. Coming home to your faithfulness. I'm coming home. I'm coming home. I'm coming home. I'm coming home. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Wow. Yes. Don't you feel the peace of that? You just kind of sink into it. Yeah. We just come home to ourselves, you know. The reading this morning, we were having some little technical difficulties. So who's
We
reading?
worked it out. I am.
Okay. All right.
Today's reading is from Attitudes of Gratitude by M.J. Ryan.
Mhm.
Take time to smell the roses. It's good to have an end to journey toward, but the journey It's the journey that matters in the end. Ursula K. Le Guin. The practice of gratitude requires that you slow down long enough to notice what is right in front of your nose. If you are speeding through the day, chances are you are overlooking the blessings that are all around you. No matter what our circumstances, we can slow down enough to notice and give thanks to our breath going in and out, the food we are about to eat, the book we are reading, the kindness of the stranger we bumped into. As we take time to open our 5 senses to the world around us, we won't miss the shooting star, the life-altering words, the tiny blue violets, and our lives will be enriched by the bounty all around us. We've all been told to stop and smell the roses a million times. We forget it as promptly as we hear it. So what will actually get us to do it? The trick is to use the goings on in daily life as triggers. In his book, Stopping, David Kuntz suggests the practice of still points, stops for a brief time that are made in the unfulfilled moments in life while waiting for the microwave to heat your coffee, standing in line, walking from one appointment to the next, sitting at a red light. Sitting or standing, you stop, breathe, and remember. Stop. Notice a breath in and a breath out, and remember. The remembering can be any message that is powerful and important for you, that you are loved, that you are filled with peace and joy, that you have plenty of time to do what you have to, that you can notice the world around you in this moment. If you are trying to increase your sense of gratitude, perhaps your message can be something like, I notice the gifts surrounding me in this moment. David suggests that you do still points many times a day in order to increase your sense of inner peace and awareness. What trigger would work best for you? What will work best is something that causes you to pause anyway, and that you experience several times a day, like a red light or a bathroom break. For the monks and nuns at Plum Village in France, it is the telephone. They notice 3 breaths before they answer the phone. It doesn't matter what you choose, only that you begin to practice. And so it is.
Mm. Begin to practice. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. And you know what practice is, Practice is sometimes you remember and sometimes you forget. So when you forget, just let it go and do it the next time. That's what practice is. Practice is not getting it perfect. Practice is practice. Make it a lifetime thing. Yes. Thank you, Zizi. And thank you, Kristen. Yes. Because, we have what Zizi read about was practicing coming home to yourself is what Kristen was singing about too, and noticing yourself, where you are, who you are, and the energy of life that is flowing through you and being grateful for it. So Eckhart Tolle writes, presence is needed to become aware of beauty, the majesty, the sacredness of nature. And Joel Goldsmith writes, grace is not something that is given to us or withheld from us. Grace is a state of being which comes into active expression the moment consciousness has been purified. Today, we're talking about seeing beauty and feeling grace. And both of them are talking about the same thing. They're both talking about what Kristen and Zizi were also talking about, and that is becoming present in the moment in which you're and paying attention, being still. We live in a world where everything is fast, right? I mean, who was telling me, I think it was Marsha was saying, you should make a video because people don't want to take time to read. Okay, maybe it wasn't Marsha, it was somebody else. But the thing is that we're in such a hurry. We're always rushing to get here or there. How many times have we laughed at the person who jackrabbited past us, on the road and meant And we met them at the light. They're sitting there waiting longer than we did because they were in such a hurry. They thought they would miss that, they would catch that light, but they didn't, right? It's like life stops us. It's like, you know what? You're going too fast. Just slow down. And the red light shows up. So, the thing is that we need to slow down in order to see beauty too. We need to slow down in order to feel the grace. And we need to slow down in order just to be present in the now moment. I don't know how many of you have ever had the experience of seeing the Milky Way. I was still teaching before I became a minister. And a friend and I were going to Las Vegas, and we went through from Northern California, and we went through down. You go down. I think we probably, I don't know whether we went down 101 or 5, but whatever. We went down one of the freeways and hit Highway 10, and Highway 10 goes across the desert, goes across the Mojave Desert. Anyway, it was summer, and it was at night, because you travel in the desert at night, Anyway, it was a night. We looked up at some point, and there were stars like you could not believe. And we got out of the car. We got present. We got out of the car, and we first looked up, and then we realized that we could not see what we wanted to, and we laid down on the ground, and we just lay there. I don't know how long we laid there, but the Milky, I tried to find some pictures of the Milky Way to show to you so you'd have an idea about what it, no picture matches it. Absolutely, the glory of it, the beauty of it, the expansiveness of it, just being there just brings you present, because there's no past, there's no future, there was nothing else. There was just us and those stars. And I'm not sure, I don't even remember who the person was. I remember the experience. I can't remember who it was I traveled with. At any rate, whoever it was, I was, I being in the city, we don't see stars. We see a star too, because it is so dang bright. It's going like, you will see me past all the street lights. But you have to get out away from the city in order to see stars anymore. And we're, Dorothea's waving because she lives out in the country. And the thing is, we should go visit you sometime at night so we can see some stars. And so, the thing is that, but you can look in the daytime right now. I can see out my window, and it's a clear blue sky, and you can just take a moment and take a breathe, take a breath and feel the stillness, because, the sky is always still. Even when you see clouds moving, they're moving so slowly sometimes. Sometimes if it's windy, they'll move fast, but most times they're just quietly moving across the sky, and you can all you have to do to be present sometimes is just to step outside and look up, sometimes through the trees, and just be there. And when you do that, everything melts away. There's no past and anger and frustration and whatever it was in the past. And there's no future. There's no fear about what could happen, what might happen, what bill needs to be paid, what bill's not going to get paid, what relationship is not going well. None of that is present when you're just in that stillness. And we all need that. The astronauts on Apollo 8, they came back. They came back. Wow, that was awesome. Anyway, one of the astronauts, William Anders, says, when I looked up and saw Earth coming up on this very stark, beat up lunar horizon, and Earth that was the only color that we could see, a very fragile looking Earth, a very delicate looking Earth, I was immediately almost overcome by the thought that here we came all this way to the moon, and yet the most significant thing we're seeing is our own home planet, the Earth. Stop and think about all the money that NASA spent sending them to the sky. I shouldn't say NASA. We spent all that money sending them up there. What did they learn? They're in the best place ever already. I read that. I was like, that is so funny. Isn't that how we live our lives though? We rush around trying to get this job and that job and this relationship and that relationship. And we run to the gym and we exercise and we do all this stuff. And guess what? All we have to do is stand still, look up at the sky and breathe, okay? Just to come home to ourselves, to be present and to feel the grace that is always present for us. It's always there. It's always available to us. We always have the presence with us. It's not something we have to go after. It's not something we have to earn. It's not something we have to learn about. It's something we simply have to take a moment, breathe, and be in the moment. Just take a look at the clear sky sometime. Just go out there and celebrate. On the 20th anniversary of the Earth Day, not 20th, the 50th anniversary of Earth Day, NASA got a list of 9 reasons why we're grateful to live on Earth. I figured that's pretty appropriate for Thanksgiving month. Okay. All right, so the scientists and science writers wrote their statement of gratitude, and then they explained in comparison to other planets or moons why this is the best place for us to live. I'm not going to tell you what those planets are, but I'll tell you the list. So here it is. First, you'll love this. We can take deep cleansing breaths. So just breathe right now. Because if you're holding your breath listening to me, take a breath. All right. We can breathe. 2, there's solid ground to stand on. Solid ground. Can you imagine? I guess there are some planets where you cannot stand. Your body is too heavy and you would sink right in. Marsha's shaking her head, yes. 3, seasons go round and round, and we are just changing seasons, right? And that's one of the things that the scientists are happy about. Its gravity doesn't turn us into noodles. Well, apparently, if we were in other places, okay? But you've seen the astronauts when they've gotten in those things and they're floating around because there's no gravity. What's it called? I forgot what it's called. But anyway, they're floating around and because there's no gravity. Can you imagine living like that all the time? No. Okay. 5, we can enjoy the pleasant breeze. Yes. Even on a summer day, a hot summer day, you can get a breeze. 6, it's a sparkling globe of blue, white, and green. Now we don't see that so much because we had to go away to come back to see what it is. It's clear skies, sunny days, and water we can swim in. Yes, you can swim in almost all, except for the water that we keep making toxic, right? But the Earth has got water that's drinkable and livable, and we can use it. And 8, dry land exists, and the entire world isn't smothered beneath miles of ice. So some planets have ice, not pleasant. Those of us who live in Atlanta know that dry ice is not pleasant, right? So we like the dry land. 9, cream puffs clouds that come and go. Just just the clouds. Just stop and think about those things. They're all things we take for granted. Stop and think about that. When was the last time you looked up in the sky and you said, oh my God, thank you for gravity? Okay, or you looked up in the sky and you said, wow, isn't that wonderful? We have sky up there. I don't understand fully about the atmosphere. I could ask questions about why it's blue and why it's white and why the clouds or whatever. But the thing is, we take it all for granted. We just get in our cars and walk around the dogs or whatever, and we don't take the time, do we? No, we're not still. So, the thing is we live in a beautiful world. We live in a beautiful planet. Seasons come and go. And right now, we're not even present. And I'm going to prove it to you. This week, the time changed. How many of you during this last week said something along the order of, oh, I am so tired. The time has changed. I like it when the fall comes because I get an extra hour of sleep. Yeah. Tell the truth. I know some of you did that. I know you did. Okay. Or how many of you, are you ready for this? Don't like that it's getting dark so early. So any of you that did any of that this week, guess what? That's acknowledging that you're not present because you're lamenting what was. You want more light because that's what it was 2 weeks ago. Okay. I remembered a couple people saying to me, oh, it's starting to get darker early. I'm not looking forward to the time changing. It'll be dark soon at 5 o'clock. That's not present, people. That is not experiencing the grace of the seasons, the grace and the beauty. Just think about the intelligence that had to come to create all of this when none of us have the imagination to even begin to create it. If we had put a whole committee of people, the smartest scientists in the world together, look at all the years it has taken them to figure out quantum physics. Okay? And yet the world was here, the sun, the clouds, the gravity, the air, all of that was there long before these scientists figured out that quarks and electrons and stuff were smaller than atoms. Stop and think about that. That flowers know when to die off, and some of them, like tulips, you have to plant tulips in the fall right now so that they have cold temperatures in the ground, and then they can bloom in the spring. Now, what intelligence took that? We had to learn that. Stop and think about the trees. Right now, trees are losing their leaves like crazy, right? What are they doing? They're protecting themselves. They're getting ready for winter. But they're not going, oh, well, winter's coming. I better lose my leaves. No, they just, the weather changed. The temperature dropped. And they said, time to lose my leaves. They didn't go, winter's coming. They just said, the temperature dropped. What is that? They're being present. And stop and think, last year, I think it was last year or the year before, the temperature didn't drop. Remember? It didn't drop until like November. And the trees did what? They kept their leaves. Why? Because they were waiting for the temperature to drop. They were being present. And when the temperature dropped, they said, whoops, time to go. And the leaves went. Okay, all right. And we saw leaves in December instead of November. But you see, they were present. And you know what? Here we are with all our human intelligence and creativity and imagination and ability to love and to be joyful and to be happy and to be good. And here we are complaining that it's getting dark too soon. Stop and think about it. In order to feel the grace and experience the joy of life and living, we have to be present. We absolutely have to be present. In Science of Mind, one of the things I had a hard time with was when I first started studying Science of Mind is this thing called perfect. You know, it was like perfect God, perfect man, perfect being is what it says in the textbook in terms of your basis for prayer. So when you're praying the Science of Mind, what you're praying is that God is perfect, perfect God, perfect man, man is perfect, perfect being, okay? What man do you know that is perfect? Regardless of whether they're in a female or a male form, okay? Regardless of what body they're in, who do you know that is perfect, okay? And be, what is that? Being, perfect being. We are always perfect. We're being perfect, okay? And so I finally, I looked it up. So when we talk about perfect and perfection, we're talking about having no mistakes, no flaws, that everything fits together in perfect order. But spiritually, perfect means you are present. Right now, in this moment, you have all you have need of to sustain your life. Stop and think about that. Your body is working in divine order. Your cells are doing what they're supposed to be doing. You don't have to even tell them what to do. They know what to do. The blood is coursing through your body perfectly, right? Your brain is operating perfectly. You're breathing. You can stop yourself from breathing, but guess what? You will not stop for long. Okay. But your body, everything is in perfect order. And right now, in this moment, there's no bills to be paid. They may be paid after this, but not in this moment. Okay? You're safe right now. You may not be safe, 5 minutes from now, but in this moment, you are perfectly safe. And so if you stop and think that in every single moment throughout this entire talk, well, all the time you've been sitting here, you've been having one perfect moment after another perfect moment after perfect moment. Just stop and think. If you were to start living your life from that place of everything is in divine order, everything's perfect. It's perfect right now. I have everything I have need of in this moment. If that is so, then guess what? You're living in grace. So you say, well, when do I pay my bills? When do I go to work? You go to work when it's time to go to work. You go to bed when it's time to go to bed. You get up in the morning when it's time to get up. And when you get up, you notice, I got up. And it's perfect. I slept. I see what happens is we wake up in the morning and go like, oh, I'm so tired. I didn't get enough rest. I don't know why I wake up in the morning so tired. Because why? You went to bed going, oh, I'm not going to get enough rest tonight. I should have went to bed earlier. I should have done this. I should have done that. Your mind's going a mile a minute. And you wake up in the middle of the night. I'm guilty of this too. Wake up in the middle of your mind going, right? That's not being present. being present, being perfect is being in the moment. And what did I say from the beginning? It takes what? Practice. Practice. Practice makes what? Perfect. There's something metaphysical about that. So living in the now brings us beauty and grace. So I want you just this, can you sit back comfortably? I know Zizi looks like she's already very comfortable. Okay. So everybody else, if you're not, just allow yourself to get real comfortable. Sit back and relax. And if it's comfortable for you, close your eyes and take a deep breath. And just be still. Just be still. And what do you notice? Notice your thoughts will start to wander. And just bring them back to your breath and your body. Because when your attention is in your body and your breath, you're present. It's not out wandering and wondering. And now just stay where you are and just simply open your eyes. Don't do anything else, just open your eyes. And now notice that even with your eyes open, you can still be present. You can still be focused on the now moment. And so you might want to let's just relax and close our eyes once again and turn within. And recognize, realize, and know that in this very moment, we are being present. And in the presence, we feel the grace, the divinity, the life that is God within us. We are open and available to the intuition, which is the Spirit speaking in us and through us and as us. We are open and available to the goodness that life has before us. We are open and available to see and experience the beauty of life itself. To notice that life is beautiful. To notice that we are walking and living in grace. That regardless of our life experiences, of where we are in our health, in our wealth, in our joy, in our happiness, and whatever experiences we are having in this life, that right here, right now, in this moment, all is perfect. For we are present. And we are just thankful for that presence. We are thankful that we have the capacity, the ability, the awareness to experience this presence. And we rejoice in knowing that right here, right now, this very moment is not something that is for this moment. It is for this moment and the next moment and the next moment and the next moment. Because we live in this awareness of the presence in us and through us and as us. And that whenever we choose to turn our attention, then we can once again find ourselves in this place of stillness. We can just pause and allow life to be us in the moment, to live through us, to breathe through us, to experience itself as us. And we experience this as grace. And so as we do this now, we know that it is our life and we are grateful for it. And so in peace and in love, we release these words into the law, knowing that it is the beginning of a new life, that it is the beginning of a new chapter in our world experience. And that we embrace it, we accept it, and we know that it is so right here and right now. And so it is. Amen. Okay. Kristen, thank you.
I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I see skies blue, clouds of white, bright blessed day, the dark sacred night. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of the people going by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. I hear babies cry, I watch them grow. They'll learn much more than I'll ever know. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Yes, I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Thank you.
Thank you, Kristen. Yes, it is a wonderful world. Go ahead.
Thank you, Kristen. That was beautiful. We come to the part of our service where we give our conscious giving. And there are 3 ways to give. The first way, and all 3 ways are in the chat window for those who do not know. But the first way to give is through PayPal, and that's a link. It's a very easy, simple way. You press on the link and you give your donation. The second way to give is through the mail. We have a link in the description box, but also it's on the screen, our address where you can send your donation in. The third way to give is through Amazon Smile. And Amazon has a charitable organization where we have the privilege to be a part of it. And we are Center for Spiritual Living, CSL, West Georgia. Through our shopping, you give A third way, you give by shopping unbeknownst to you, and Amazon gives CSL West Georgia a small portion as a thank you. So we have 3 wonderful ways to give. And Amazon Smile is a definite one where it does not take away from your shopping, but it's just that special little gift that you give each and every time you shop. Also, in the description window, there is a sign up sheet for our newsletter. If you want to be a part of the family, please click on that link and sign up to get our newsletter. Giving affirmation. I am grateful for the divine givingness circulating abundantly through my life, my community, and my world. And so it is.
Okie dokie. Thank you so much. All right. So I see we have some visitors today. And of course, you visitors have galaxies and TCs and black screens, which I'm sure you can all see. All right. And so if one of our members has invited you, maybe they would like to introduce you. And if you have come in another way, perhaps you would like to tell us who you are. You can unmute yourself, even if you don't want to come off camera. So
I invited. I had a few lovely people that I invited, and I can't see them all, but I see Deborah. Deborah, if you can press the like button or the thumbs up button to acknowledge. And I see Kay, my lovely friend Kay, that I invited. Let's see here.
Thank you.
I invited my son. I think that's him, TC4. He's on there. I have another wonderful friend who's just amazing, and her name is Erica, and I invited her. I just did some, reaching out this morning.
Yes. Thank you so much. So anybody want to say something? Just get off mute and jump right in.
Thank you so much for the invite. I truly needed this morning. So thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Thanks, Deborah. Thanks. Appreciate you being here. Please do come again.
And I would like to say, hi, this is Deborah Youngsalter. I am a welcome visitor for Dorothea. I would like to thank everyone for I thoroughly enjoyed just being a part of your service and just kind of reflecting back on how to be present in the moment. So thank you so much, Dorothea. I do not know how to put my hands up, but so Dorothea, thank you.
That's all right. We heard you. Thanks, Deborah.
Can y'all hear me?
Yes, go ahead. TC?
Oh, yes. This is Travis, Dorothea's son. I got here kind of late. Sorry about that, but I did appreciate the sermon. Thank you very much for sharing.
Okay, thanks. We don't worry about people being late. The important thing is that they show up. Okay. All right.
Hi, this is Erica Wright. Thank you, Dorothea, for the invite. I think one of the things that really struck me was the affirmation of the things that we miss daily. I recently took a job at night, and I often look up at the moon, and I thought to myself, how many times do I miss this in my daily life? But now I have an amazing opportunity every day to see some things that people don't see while they're sleeping. So being present really struck a chord with me today. So thank you, guys.
All right. Thanks, Erica. That's what I like to hear when people, when you hear a talk and it means something to you personally. That I love that. Thank you. Just made my day. Okay. Who's next?
Hello, this is
Yeah,
Brenda.
Hi, Brenda.
Hello. Hey, this is Brenda Dennis. I was invited by Dorothea. Thank you, Dorothea, for the invite. And I enjoyed, Ms. Jackson, your message on being present. I
Okay,
needed that. Thank you so much. Keep up the good work.
thank you so much. And please do all come back. We are, I'm assuming that you all live somewhere in Georgia. If not, continue to meet us online. We have, is Atika here today? She was. And oh, that's the galaxy. Okay. All right. So Atika is in Ghana and she's a member and she comes on a regular basis. So Zizi lives in Reno. Gloria lives in California. We have people all over the country and the world. So there's no excuse for joining us on a Sunday. And we are going to be moving into our new space. And Marsha has an update for us. Go ahead, Marsha.
Good morning, everyone. I'm going to go ahead and screen share a video of what happened this week. 1 second. Hello, family. Check out all of the changes that happened this week. We had to have quite an army to put together our new floor lamp for Reverend Sandra's office. Quite a challenge. We had to put the best minds on it, but I promise you that it absolutely looks fabulous in Reverend Sandra's office. Good job, guys. The desk is already all set for Reverend Sandra. Just a few more tweaks and she'll be good to go. Sandy got busy on the handrail. She made sure that it was sanded down and cleaned off, and she put that right behind her and made sure that the paint looked absolutely wonderful. It really blends in well. You guys are going to love it when you see it. We even had some troops from outside come in and help paint the kitchen. You guys did an awesome job this Saturday. Thank you so much.
Okay, that was Cheryl Ogletree that you calling from outside. She's in our.
I did not remember her name, so.
Yeah, you have Cheryl is in our Prosperity Plus class. Yeah.
I'm here.
Ah, see, on a galaxy again.
Hey, Cheryl, sorry. When I did the video, I was like, oh, I don't remember her name. And I had to put it out there. So thank you so much again. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, thanks everybody. It is really coming together and we should be able to move in fairly soon. We are working on getting the cameras and the video stuff available. We don't want to move in until our people who are online can also come with us on Sunday. Kristen, you live in Georgia, don't you? So we hope to see you in person sometime. Okay. All right, that is our service for today. I think I've covered, we have board meeting today. If you would like to attend, just turn off your camera and your sound and wait until 12:30 and then come back and we will do our board meeting then. Okay. All right, here's our closing video.
I see the beauty in you. I see the power in you. I see the greatness in you. And so it is. I see the child in you. I see the sweetness in you. I see the softness in you. And so it is. I can can see it. It's right there before me. I can feel it deep in my soul. I just know it, that you are an angel full of magic and power and pure sweet love. I see the goodness in you. I see the wisdom in you. I see the strength in you. And so it is. I see the joy that's in you. I see your light shining through. I see the love that's in you. And so it is. I can see it. It's right there before me. I can feel it deep in my soul. I just know it, that you are an angel full of magic and power and pure sweet love. I see the grace that's in you. I see the courage in you. And I see the heart that's in you. And so it is. And I see the beauty in you. I see the power in you. I see the greatness in you. And so it is. I see the beauty in you. I see the beauty in you. I see the power in you. I see the power in you. And I see the greatness in you. I see the greatness in you. And I see the goodness in you now. I see the goodness in you. And I see the wisdom in you. I see the wisdom in you. Oh, I see your strength, your strength. I see the strength in you. And I see your joy, joy, joy. I see the joy in you. And I see your light shining, light. I see the light in you. And I feel the love that's in you. I see the love in you. And I see the grace that's in you. I see the grace in you. And I see the courage in you. I see the courage in you. And I see the heart in you. I see the heart in you. And so it is. And so it is. And so it is. And so it is.
Thank you, Karen Drucker. Yeah, she's one of our New Thought musical creators. Dorothea?
Yes. Let me get to that. Okay, here we are. Here we are. Oops. Closing affirmation. I just want to make sure I did it correctly. Our closing affirmation. We go forth today knowing that we are God's blessing in the world. Only good comes from us. Only good comes to us. And so it is. Thank you.
All right, thank you. All right, it was a joy seeing you and being with you all today, and knowing that whether you are a visitor or you're here all the time and a member, just wrap yourselves in love, knowing that you truly do belong. You belong here and everywhere. So go forth and enjoy your day today and be present. And I'll see you at 12:30 in our board meeting.